Welcome back, good people. Right back into it. Another reaction. I know November 4th is the president. 6th is the presidential election. I was watching somewhere where Barack Obama had a speech and he was talking about black males. I'm not sure. The video here says Obama rips Trump, chides black men over excuses for not voting for Kamala Harris. I will not be voting for either candidate because neither candidate has any policies that I think will help the black community. But that's just my preference. Anybody, that's just me.
Right.
So I want to get Chris's reaction on what Obama was
saying.
I'm
gonna vote like 5 times. I'm going to jail.
He's gonna vote 5 times.
I'm going to jail.
That's fine. Hey,
it's illegal to vote.
It is illegal, I think, to vote 5 times. I don't even know how would you even do it. How can you do it?
I figured I would go in with my hat, and then I go in with my hat turned back, and then go in with no hat. You know what I'm saying? And then turn my shirt inside out.
Yeah.
Until they catch on.
Until they catch on. Yes. Yeah. That is interesting though. If you really could try to do that, I'm pretty sure you. I don't know. I never tried that. They say people do that stuff.
Yeah.
They say people do that. But
I don't know.
I don't know. But if it's,
I was gonna try it anyway. I was gonna try it. Just to see.
Yeah. But before we get into the video, please people hit that like button 3 times for us. Hit that subscribe button. We would greatly appreciate it. Our socials are right here, as you'll see. If you want to follow Chris or I, we would greatly appreciate any support you guys give us. Let's get back into listening to Barack Obama, the 44th president of the United States. Yeah. So let's see what Barack has to say about Trump and about black men not voting for Kamala.
I'm going to go ahead and just speak some truths, if you don't mind.
Yes.
Because my understanding, based on reports I'm getting from campaigns and communities, is that we have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. Now, I also want to say that seems to be more pronounced with the brothers. So if you don't mind, just for a second, I'm going to speak to y'all directly and say that when you have a choice that is this clear, when on the one hand you have somebody who grew up like you, knows you, went to college with you, understands the struggles and pain and joy that comes from those experiences, who's had to work harder and do more and overcome and achieves the second highest office in the land and is putting forward concrete proposals to directly address the things that are vital in our neighborhoods and our communities, from housing to making sure that our mothers, our fathers, and our grandparents can afford medicine, and making sure that we are dealing with prices that are too high and rents that are too high, and are committed to making sure that we maintain the Affordable Care Act, so everybody's got help and cares about things like education and entrepreneurship in our neighborhoods. And that's on one side. And on the other side, you have someone who has consistently shown disregard, not just for the communities, but for you as a person. And you're thinking about sitting out? But, you know, because of Pookie.
You say because of Pookie?
And you're coming up with all kinds of reasons and excuses. I've got a problem with that. Because part of it makes me think, and I'm speaking to men directly, part of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president.
That's what I was thinking.
And you're coming up with other alternatives and other reasons for that. And I think anybody you are talking to in a barbershop, anybody you are talking to in your house, in your family, at church, who is coming with that kind of attitude, I think you have to ask them, well, how can that be? Because the women in our lives have been in our backs this entire time. They've been raising us and working and having our backs. And when we get in trouble, when the system's not working for us, they're the ones who are out there marching and protesting. And so now you're thinking about sitting out or even supporting somebody who has a history of denigrating you because you think that's a sign of strength, because that's what being a man is, putting women down. That's not acceptable. That's not. This shouldn't even be a question.
Oh, is that it? Oh, Obama.
Obama.
You want to say something about that first, man?
You know what? That's the sense that I'm getting. I'm getting it on actually on both sides. As a matter of fact, on the Republican side is like, you know, it's some racism there. You know, it's a lot of it there.
Right.
But none of it. You know what I'm saying? When you listen to the supporters or I call them like the cult people.
The cult people.
The cult. It makes no sense, the stuff that they're saying. And then on the other side, I do see like a lot of people, a lot of men saying, you ain't finna vote for no mama, which I don't, which I have a hard time understanding, because like I said, a lot of us come from single home.
Yeah.
You know, mama.
Everybody has a mother.
And somebody has to say, so you know, how many people talk about how strong their mother is, you know, for raising 2, 3, 4, 5, like that woman that way. She didn't want her 5 kids.
5, yes.
Let's not talk about her.
Yeah. Sport court. We're talking about sport court.
Leave her out of it. Yeah. But you know how strong their mother is to overcome whatever. And you came out and you didn't get locked up. You're not dead. You know, you made a life out of yourself. So I don't understand that argument.
I don't understand that one either.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, I'm not voting for Kamala or Donald Trump again, because I think there are two wings on the same bird. Like Barack says that I vote for a woman all day. I think black females are the closest thing to a god, even though I don't believe in God.
I just wish she had some booty, but you know.
Either way, yeah. I'm just not voting for it because I don't see anything that they're going to do for the black community. The black people make up 14% of the population, but 20% of the black population is in poverty. I don't hear anybody talking about that. Black females have the highest infant mortality rate. Nobody, Republicans for sure. I don't know what a Republican or Democrat is. Neither Republicans for sure don't care about that. Black males or black people make up 14% of the population, but almost 40% of the prison population. I don't hear anybody saying anything about that. Black people need the most assistance on the planet. Black people keep talking about reparations, but I don't hear anyone say anything about that. Black people need health care. You talking about making the affordable health care, keeping it, but I was trying to get insurance on the Affordable Care Act. It was like $400 a month. So you're not doing anything specifically for black people, and I am not going to vote for you until I hear you trying to at least address some of those concerns. So that's the reason why I'm not voting for her. I would never vote for Donald Trump. Let me make sure everybody knows. I would never vote for him. But I believe the Democratic Party is just the Democrat Party. Was it Democrat? It's the Democrat Party.
Democratic.
Yeah, the Democratic Party are the same as the Republican. They've done just the same amount for black people as the Republican Party to me, and that's just my perspective. And that's the reason why I am not voting. I'm not voting for a third party either, because I know Jill Stein and Cornel West seem to have the best policies that closely resemble my beliefs. But I still don't. They're still not talking enough about doing more for black people. Like you can present Asian hate bills. You can pass all these things, give all this money to Israel. But it just seems like when something comes to the black community or people who've been classified as black, it's like, no, we can't do that. So you want to strip affirmative action, and you don't put up a big fight about that. So I'm like, yeah, hey, look, y'all are not. None of your policy is close enough to my beliefs, so I can't vote for you. Mm-hmm. And when somebody presents something that's close enough, I will vote. But until then, I want to get something like Dr. Umar says. Even though I agree with a lot of stuff Dr. Umar says, but we disagree on something. He's like, I should get something for my vote. If I'm going to vote for you, I at least believe I should get something. Like if black females are the most harassed, harmed individuals in the country, how come y'all not talking about it? Because black females are going to be the main one. Black males, black females are going to be the main one put you in office. How come they're not the ones we targeting? How come our policies aren't specifically targeting these people? But that's just my perspective. I'll let you speak.
Yeah, they're going to have to get to that. But I think as people grow and people learn more now, I think people vote now with their interests, and then they're starting to raise more questions about, hey, how come you can't do more Afro-American specific policies or whatever. But when you understand the big picture that they can't do nothing.
That's the truth. Tell me that.
Trump or whoever, even Obama had to fight the whole, you know what I'm saying? He had to fight the whole time because they're like, we ain't getting him. We trying to get him out of there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, want him in here.
So I agree with you. You can't do nothing. So tell me that. Tell me, you know what? I can't do that. I can't do any of that. You know don't put a front on to me. Just say, hey, I can't do it because why can't you? My question would be, why can't you do it? I believe, I say this all, it's white supremacy. If you do this, white supremacy's design is for black people to suffer. And I need people to start saying that. It's for us, it's designed. The system we're in is designed for us to suffer. Say that. Let's be honest about these things. But we don't get that, right? No. They want to pander to you. Well, at least they say I think they're pandering. So I think both parties try to pander to you, and neither one of them are going to do anything for you.
Right.
Specifically. Right. But that's specific.
So
that's my perspective. Yeah. That's not telling anybody not to go out there and vote. You do what you feel is constructive for you.
Right.
I'm just doing what
I'm going to just go with the party that, that I feel like going to do something for most people.
Yeah.
Not necessarily my people. You know what I'm saying? I'm interested in, the money for first homes buyers, stuff like that, stuff like that.
Yeah, now her policy, Trump's policy, I hadn't really delved much into it, but I know he's not going to do anything for poor or...
Nah. From what and if you open-minded and you look on both sides, whatever, and you go to try to, read, like on Kamala's webpage, you can go down, you can read her policies,
Yes, yeah. I think her policies are better than Trump's,
right,
for sure.
And Trump was like, I ain't got no policies for you. I got a concept,
but
I'm,
and that debate kind of solidified, like, okay, Trump is just kind of erratic, and he really has no idea.
Right.
And then you ask yourself, well, why are these people, so many people voting for him? Like, he has a good chance of winning, right? Like, what does that support? What does that say about the people that?
Right.
Well, my perspective is, again, that you're supporting white supremacy.
That's it.
That's basically what's happening here. That's what you're supporting. Like, because most of the people that support Trump are probably poor white people, and to support Trump, you're voting against you're voting against your own interests. And that don't seem rational or logical to me.
Are you though? Because if your interest is white supremacy,
well, again, but
racism.
But that harms poor people. Like, white people, y'all are being affected by white supremacy as well.
They don't care. I remember this story Shannon Sharp said when he was on the playground when he was younger, and I'm trying to see if I can remember what it. But he was playing on the ground. I mean, he was playing on the playground with a couple of white kids, and I think he fell in like towards pants or something or whatever. Mm-hmm. And the white kid was laughing at him, and he was like, yo, my pants tore just like yours. And the white kid like, well, at least I'm not black. You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
You know what I'm saying? So, the kid recognized the fact that
Yes.
I'm poor.
But at least I am not black.
I ain't black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a lot of his fan base.
That is
It's
a lot.
I'm
Yeah.
not black.
Now, a lot of them probably would disagree and say, "Nah, we're not racist or anything." But then, I mean, then what are you exactly you voting for?
Right.
Like, I would like to have,
You can't say that. You know what I'm saying? You can't say that your I guess your fan base or whatever, your supporters or you yourself are not racist when you have active KKK members at your rallies, when you have Confederate flags at your rallies, when you have white supremacists at your rallies, when you have the Proud Boys and all this stuff at your rallies and all that stuff like that. Regardless if you like, man, I'm just using these cats for the money, then say that.
Yeah.
Just say that.
That's
Like,
what
look,
I
I don't support nothing that they go against, but hey, they show up, and if they back out, so be it. You just keep it running.
I agree with you. Now, one thing I will say about Trump, and like I don't believe they hide what they believe. I believe they're open about it. Like, we're not going to do anything for you. And I think they're pretty open about it.
Right.
Now, that's the issue I take with the Democrat Party. Like, they're acting like they're going to do something for me. And they still don't do anything for me. Barack Obama was in office for 8 years. Nothing. Joe Biden has still been off. Nothing. They still giving millions and billions of dollars to other countries and still not helping the people in need here. So I do see that. Again, I do think the Democratic Party has better policy. I just think they hide their racism more than the Republicans. Republicans do not hide their racism.
No.
Democrats try to hide theirs, and I think that the same wing, they're on the same. They're two wings on the same bird, two sides of the same coin is how I look at it. And I hope one day it'll change, but I don't know. Probably not in my life.
And that's why your local elections are very
probably.
important.
You know what? Yeah, I can see that too. I believe because those probably will affect you a little more than the presidential election.
Because then you got your folks in place like, nah, okay, maybe,
yeah.
all right. You know
and
what
I
I'm
probably
saying?
can reach those people. Those people I probably can go right down the street
Right.
to their office and
Right.
speak. So I can understand, voting more local than a presidential election. I think the presidential election is more fanfare.
So a lot of people don't understand that the local elections are really important.
Well, look, as growing up, people done. When I was growing, let me just talk about myself. Nobody educated me on how important voting or understanding politics was. All right, I never really got that kind of education. I probably from TV, but there was no class or anything for me to take to understand politics or how to do basically anything as an adult. So, and I think that's probably changed because shoot, nowadays, social media is right at your fingertips. When I was growing up, there was no such thing. It wasn't cell phones or anything when I was growing up. We just had those 3 or 4 channels. In school. So, I didn't learn it. And my mom worked all the time. She didn't have time to actually educate me on it. So, but now as an older person, I have the time to sit and educate myself and understand and give like when people say you're not voting, I can give them the reason why I don't vote. Right. Even though a lot of times people try to judge me for not, but I can give them I have the reason. You can come, we can have that conversation. Yeah.
A lot of times you like say you just gotta educate yourself on a lot of stuff.
Right.
Some people like on the other side of whatever, they just don't understand like simple stuff. Well, I want to say simple stuff, but like when you was in school, you took stuff like economics where you understood supply and demand. Right. Like that or whatever. And so then they would talk about like, well, when Trump was in office, gas was low, groceries and everything was low, whatever. And like, yeah, it was because that was the trend in economy as he was coming in. And then
like he was picking up Barack's. Right. Yeah, part of Barack's economy.
And then everything shuts down because of the pandemic. Now, gas is naturally gonna go down. And all this stuff because wasn't nobody moving. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Exports and all that stuff wasn't nothing moving, so it was gonna be low.
Which they handled that poorly.
They Trump handled it.
His administration handled it poorly.
And then once everything picked back up, guess what? There go your demand. Yep. So the price gonna go up. So it's just it's supply and demand, stuff like that. And so it's just like they don't care about. No, I don't want to hear it.
They don't. You're right. You're right.
So it's like whatever. So
yeah.
And they don't understand because like. The tariffs that Trump keep talking about, like I'm gonna put tariffs on China, and if you don't understand how the tariffs and stuff work, you don't have a clue. You know
exactly.
What I'm saying? Like,
you don't know what you doing.
He's charging China. No, he's charging us. You know what I'm saying?
He's not looking. Yeah, you're right. He's not looking at the big picture at all. I think they have this stigma about China.
Right.
Like I'm like, well, again, I think it's part of the system. Like they have this stigma about China, but why should I hate China? What has China done to,
Right.
to me? Or even Russia. I don't even know why people hate Russia. So I know they keep saying communism. But I don't know what communism is. I don't know what capitalism is. I know capitalism is you got to have capital in order to make decisions in this system.
You know,
And most of us don't have capital.
The only issue I've ever had with Russia was Rocky IV when he had to fight Alvin Drago.
See?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm with
Russia.
You. That's dry. Yeah.
USSR.
Yeah, that's the only time. Yeah, that's the only time I had anything Russia.
Other than that, I don't know what I went to Odessa. I went to Russia once. Oh, I went to Odessa, Russia once, which was hilarious. This was back in the day though. This was before like the world was exposed to black people. You know what I'm saying? So they had never seen. I mean, I don't want to say never, but black people wasn't their norm.
Okay.
So we step on the beach, or whatever, and they looking at us like, ugh.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? The women loved us though. You know what I'm saying? The women.
That's why the other dudes looked at you like that. Yeah.
American. One dude actually said American too. He's spitting the sand like you dropped some.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, you dropped some, man.
You don't even know me,
You know what I'm saying?
man.
American too.
See,
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, hold up. So I took about 10 of his girls to know the dinner that night. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, y'all.
bro, you playing with fire, bro. Yeah, you playing with fire, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's how it was, but you know, it is what it is. You know?
It is what it is,
But
man.
the thing is, you know what I'm saying? Educate yourself. Don't listen to what somebody tell you. Go research.
I like that.
You can only research. I know you can only do so much research because they could put lies on their website.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true. I'm with you on that, man. Yeah, don't just listen. Don't follow people at all. Go do your own research and understand yourself. Because I think a lot of times, because I used to look. I'm gonna speak for myself. I used to just listen to people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And what they say, I'm like, oh yeah, that's the truth. But I don't, I don't do that.
I was like Trump. Apparently he don't know what tariffs are. I'm like,
No,
I had to go find out what
Trump
tariffs
is.
are.
I don't think Trump is qualified to be
No,
in that position.
He
Even though
is
he's
now-
been in that position before.
Which is sad, and
Says a lot.
And it's sad that he's in the position to run again, and he's a
Again,
felon,
he's a felon.
convicted felon.
I'm gonna say this, and people are not gonna like it. I hope Trump wins, because I believe what happens is if Kamala Harris wins, we're gonna go to sleep. We're not gonna fight for the things we need. But if Trump is in office, we for sure every day is gonna be a fight.
Nah, I don't want. I don't
You don't
want.
want to fight every day.
No, I do not. I do not want to be like. I don't want to be walking down the street and somebody pull up in a pickup. Come here, boy.
Come here, boy. You see who we got now, boy.
I'm gonna hang you from this tree.
And it's legal.
You know, no, I'm good. But what I do, I'm ready for this election to get over because I really do feel like at this point he will go into the background. And I feel like all his associates, like the JD Vances and all this, they gonna disassociate themselves with him at that point.
That's what it seems like all of them are doing.
So
The man here, Mike Pence, almost was killed, right? He almost had Mike Pence killed.
Right. So why? I mean, because like Mike Pence was your VP. Why ain't he
Your
your VP
VP
now? Why ain't your VP
mm.
now? You know what I'm saying? And all these 5-star generals and stuff like this dude. I heard this man is like he was like sharing like secret submarine locations and stuff with like his
Trump?
Yeah, with like.
Well, that's why he's. I think that he was under investigation for that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Keeping those documents.
But I mean, like he can do what he want to do, I guess. But if
Well, the Supreme Court, they
I
passed.
guarantee you,
he's immune.
if Obama had two of those essays or sexual harassment claims, or if he was sharing, or if he had top secret documents, whatever, he would have been giving that speech from his jail cell.
Man, you're right. Yeah, and then on his jumper.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Right
between that glass, like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to out there vote. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
knocking on that glass, like, hey, get his attention.
we didn't get Barack. What is Barack's visitation? Yeah, that's exactly what's what happened.
Let him give away submarine top secret information.
Not gonna
That's
do
an
it.
act of treason.
Not
They
gonna
probably
do
killed
it. They
Obama.
would. I'm shocked. I'm gonna be honest with you. I am shocked that Obama made it 2 terms.
Yeah.
I am very shocked.
Talk about like an assassination attempt.
Yeah, there's no assassination. I don't think he might have had. But
Now I
didn't
tell
hear
you
about
this. I mean, I'm not shocked that he made it. That he made it 2 terms without an assassination attempt. I would be shocked if Kamala doesn't have an assassination attempt.
Well, yeah. Now the rhetoric out there is pretty foul. They're talking about assassinating. Like even Elon Musk. If you like look at some of his Twitter his Twitter feed, you can see it.
He think it's funny. He laughing and stuff.
I know, and again, I think that's how this global system of white supremacy works, man. You know, they want us to hate on this sister. Look, and if she wins, I believe that's beautiful.
I just wish she had some booty.
All right then, no booty for Kamala.
I saw her from the side. I'ma still vote for her. But she
the booty though.
She ain't got no
the booty. You wouldn't even care what the policy was.
Yeah, I mean, if she was the Cara, like, huh?
I already voted. I know they didn't know it, but I already voted. I already voted.
Well, I'll be early vote that day. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look. You know what I'm saying? If my suit coat sit up in the back, and it's flailing like that.
Man, what?
Hey, I'm voting for it.
Car getting this vote. I might vote too. Anyway.
I don't even know what video we was watching. But
That
what was that?
Barack telling us about Trump and chiding black men for not voting for Kamala.
Let us know what you guys think about what he said in the comments below. And if this is your first time visiting the channel, go ahead and like and subscribe to us. Share us and out with your friends and family. Until next time, people.
Deuces, man.